party is back on in the Derby City. We're taking you to the biggest star-studded galas happening right now. This is Wave Night at the Galas.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to a night at the Galas on Wave. I'm Kevin Harnett, and I'm excited and look forward to being your host this evening. Now, if anybody knows me, they know I love a good party, and over the next couple of hours, we're going to take you behind the velvet ropes and into the city's biggest Derby Eve celebrations. We know that the stars never sleep at night. We've got you covered from everywhere around town. Natalia Martinez and Gene West are in the Highlands at the Barnstable Brown Derby Eve Gala. We've got Brian Schlonsky. He's live at the Derby Rockin' Eve Gala in Paristown with Dustin Lynch. He's talking to him right now. And over at Steve's Derby Eve Drag Race and Circus, or Drag Circus, that's where you're going to find Marissa Burke. And Kennedy Hayes is roaming all over for us tonight. Right now, you see her at Locust Grove at the Silks Bash. You'll also find her later in the night at the Fillies and Stallions. It's going to be a big night. The Barnstable Brown Kentucky Derby Eve Gala has a full list of superstars. You see some of the names on the list include Kansas City Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes, Super Bowl MVP, calling the riders up tomorrow. There's Jack Harlow. He's expected to be at the Barnstable Brown party as well. And, of course, football legends Peyton Manning and Aaron Rodgers are also on the guest list. It is star-studded. Some of the other names include Boyz II Men, Smokey Robinson in town, and Dougie Fresh. We saw several of those folks at the Oaks races today, and what a day it's been so far. What do you say we get out to the Barnstable Brown Gala where we find Natalia Martinez. Natalia, how fun is this night already?
I got paid for this. Sometimes I have to pinch myself, right? But, you know, Kevin, there's a name on there that I didn't hear you say because he was added onto the list later. He wasn't on the list, and it is the chief himself. Eric Church is going to come to Barnstable. I don't know if he's going to perform. We're waiting to see if he will, but people are just starting to come in. We have already seen Emmett Smith is here. And I did, though, get a chance to kind of lay the groundwork for why this party happens in the first place, and that is to fight diabetes. I spoke earlier with Chris Barnstable, who is the grandson and the great-grandson of Willie Barnstable, who kind of started this whole thing. And this is the first year that this party has happened since her passing. Let's listen to him and his gorgeous little daughter that we met earlier.
Well, it's been hard to lose my grandmother, her great-grandmother, my mom's mother. She's a force of nature, and she's with us all around us today. I mean, everything that you see here has her fingerprints all over it. 33 years of building this up from the foundation. We're all just following along with what she built for us.
We hear that there are some surprise celebrities. Don't know who that is. There's some speculation, but I guess you guys will have to wait to find out what big stars are going to visit Louisville, Kevin.
And I see Fox's chief White House correspondent Brett Baer right behind you. Is he going to come over and talk to you, Natalia? Let's talk
He sure
to him.
will.
Yeah, let's see what he has to say unless
Okay,
he's
let's
walking
see.
away. Brett Baer in town for the big party in the Highlands. We'll see. Let's go back to Natalia. She's got him live.
Oh, I think you've got it.
You think I can? Okay.
Well, guess who? You're the man of the hour here, especially coming to Louisville and being here at the Derby. Is this your first time here?
I've been here many, many years ago, but not like this. I came in college, believe it or not. And so it is really nice to do it the official way with my wife Amy here.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
So what is it that brought you to Derby this year?
I have mutual friends, and we got invited to the Derby, and we decided to make a go of it. So we came in today. We went to the Oaks. We wore pink. We followed the rules, and we're really excited for tomorrow.
Do you guys have any picks yet?
So what are we doing?
Tapit Trice.
Yeah, number 5.
Beautiful gray horse.
Yeah, so we think the 5 spot has done well before, and that's where we're going to go. I like the trifecta, though. I think just, you know, you got to go with the 3.
Okay, well, best of luck to you guys, and thank you so much for talking to us. See, you just never know who's going to walk the red carpet, and people are just starting to get here, Kevin.
Yeah, I see. The carpet is hopping, and it will be for the next hour or more. We've got you covered, not just at the Barnstable party, though when we come back, we'll check in with Gene West, who is there as well. So much to see, so much to do. There's a live picture of that red carpet at the Barnstable Brown Derby Eve Gala. Don't forget, we've got the Rockin' Derby Eve, Steve's Derby Eve Drag Circus, the Silks Bash, the Fillies and Stallions, the Louisville Urban League, DDW Wigs and Kicks, and the Derby Soundstage. You're going to see it all when we come back at the Night of the Galas on Wave.
It doesn't take much to help the ASPCA give an animal in need the love they deserve. Because you can't control the trauma they've endured, but you can give them a chance to heal. You can't control weeks of starvation, but you can give them full bowls and bellies. Become an ASPCA Guardian for just 63 cents a day to help us rescue, treat, and relocate animals who need it most. You can't control their yesterday, but you can give them a brighter tomorrow.
Come back to us after Gene and this blog.
Welcome back to a night at the Galas, a night to celebrate the Kentucky Oaks and to prepare for the 149th Kentucky Derby. Big names are all about town tonight. We're going to be checking in with Gene West coming up at the Barnstable Brown Party. Gene, I saw you hobnobbing with some of the celebrities walking down the red carpet. You've been talking to a lot of folks there.
Why aren't you here? Wait a minute, what's this? Hey, listen, we just talked to Nappy Roots, Kentucky's own, and he was just telling me, there he is over here, they have a beer coming out called Atlanta, Kentucky. Not only that, he's got a new album. So this is one of the stars coming here. This party is in full swing. You can hear the music. This party has been voted the top 10 party by Condé Nast in the world. So, man, this is right here in the Highlands. This is something new that's going on at the party this year. There is a piece of art by an artist, a Brazilian artist who's Romero Brito, that's going to be auctioned off at this party, and those proceeds will go to the Diabetes Research Center at the University of Kentucky, which this party funds. We talked to him just a little while ago.
Yes, well, I'm the official artist this year for the 149th anniversary of Kentucky Derby. And so, yes, I donate this piece of art, and it's inspired, of course, this beautiful thing that's humanity and harmony, love, hope, and all this beautiful thing that's happening right now in Kentucky Derby with all those beautiful horses. Yes.
Well, we have a string of them coming through. Richie Sambora, Michael Montgomery. So, come back and we'll show you all of the glitz and glamour that this party is all about. We miss you, Kevin.
Gable Brown, Derby Eve Gala. I don't know if Gene can hear me. It's so loud there. You'll hear the crowd sort of applaud.
It is so loud.
I was asking how long, how many years, Gene? How many years have you been at the Barnstable Brown Gala?
30. I will be aging myself now. You know what you're doing. 34 years. I mean, this party has been going on for 34 years. Raised $17 million for diabetes research. It's quite an event.
Yeah, you're right about that. All the celebrities, many repeat comebacks. They all know Gene West, and they'll all stop and talk to her. Gene, thank you. We'll check back in. We've got Marissa Burke just down the road. She's at the 21C Hotel in downtown Louisville at Steve's Derby Eve Drag Circus. She is with the founder of 21C. I see him there, always dressed like unbelievable style that he has. Steve Wilson.
Bella here with us? You want Bella here with us?
Yes, of course. So Kevin Harner just gave you a shout out saying you look amazing.
Oh, thank you.
And I'm here with, I'm from Tennessee, right?
Come on, we're from
Chattanooga. So look, Tennessee is in the house, guys. We are so excited to be here. So just tell me about your excitement for putting on this year's drag circus.
Well, we're thrilled to have Bella DuBall from Memphis, Tennessee. They outlawed her down there, so we said, come on up to Kentucky. We're going to have a big party for the Kentucky Derby. And here we are. We're having the 21C Derby Eve Drag Circus.
So now, Bella DuBall, you got to tell me, girl, your excitement for being here today.
So excited. The party is huge. There's so many people. And the fact that it's all going to benefit the ACLU, who will continue to help us fight for our rights. I don't know if you know, but right now there are over 650 pieces of anti-queer legislation in over 46 states here in the country. So organizations like the ACLU really help us to push back and make sure that our civil liberties stay safe.
Well, we are so excited to see you, and I'm excited to see what the night unfolds. So thank you for having us, and I am so excited to be here. So stay tuned because we don't know who else is going to be showing up. I do know that we should be seeing Mayor Greenberg later on this evening. So for now, I'm sending it back to you, Kevin.
All right, Marissa, thank you. We all know that in the past, if you've been watching Night at the Galas on Wave, Steve Wilson and the 21C gang, they throw some of the most eclectic parties. It was nice to see Bella DuBall there from Tennessee. Again, all celebrating civil liberty coming here in Louisville. What we're going to talk about next, more parties all across town. We've got you covered with the Night at the Galas. We'll check in with Brian Schlonsky. He's down at Paristown for the Rockin' Derby Eve Gala. We've got that and more when we come back right here on Wave. A lot of folks gathering on the red carpet. I see over at Paristown, we have Brian Schlonsky. He's been out talking to some of the entertainment tonight. Dustin Lynch is there, I see. You've had a chance to speak with him. What a fun night. That party starts as a garden party, and then everybody sort of goes and enjoys the concert. It's only in its second year, Brian.
Yeah, and you've been here before. Obviously, look, Kevin, it's been a while since I've been on TV, so I was texting photographer Doug Drewski behind the camera. I was texting you while you were on set asking, hey, do I wear a tuxedo to this? What do I wear tonight? You told me you got to go with the cowboy boots, so I made sure to do that. I got the denim shirt rocking, and everybody out here got the dress code as well. You mentioned the garden party. That's here behind us. You can see people starting to flood in to go inside. We've got Low Cash. We've got Dustin Lynch. You see, they got the memo here. We'll take y'all inside. You look good, brother. So you mentioned, Kevin, this is one of the premier parties going on year 2, expecting about 650 people here tonight. And you can see they're already taking the stage. Let's walk you inside here. We got performances already going here tonight inside Paristown's Rockin' Derby Eve. Dustin Lynch, we met him in a basement before he gets ready to perform. We'll bring you that interview in just a bit. Back to you.
You can hear the sounds from the stage. They'll get them rocking as the night goes on. So many other folks pouring into town. I see many of the folks coming on the Barnstable red carpet right now. We can show you what that looks like. You're going to notice as Gene West dips in.
Justin's been here as well.
Let's dumb down to Natalia. We'll listen in to Joey Fatone.
So we'll see. We might get him again.
Thank you, Joey, so much, and welcome back. So the stars are just starting to get here. Let me show you. Here's Boys to Men. We were just talking to Joey Fatone, and here's Boys to Men. They've come several times, and actually, they've performed at Barnstable Brown before, and I was inside the party for that year, and boy, they really brought down the house. If Jeff, if you can bring the camera a little bit this way, you can see here, Peyton Manning is in the house, and we're just waiting for him to come on over. Just behind him, Peyton, hi. We're live right now. Can we talk to you? Is this your first Derby?
It is not. I've been many a time, but it's the first time back in probably about 14 years. But I bet I came 12 years in a row when I lived in Indianapolis. So it's good to be back.
Has it changed?
Well, I just got here, so, kind of finding out. But I had a great time all those years, and looking forward to tomorrow. So.
I heard you sang at this gala before. Is that true?
What's that?
I heard you sang before.
Oh, no, you were there?
Yeah.
Oh, no. Oh, you heard that I sang. Good. You didn't actually hear me sing, which is good for you. I have before. It wasn't good. The effort was there. The execution, not so much. So, I don't know. I guess we'll see where it goes. I hope I don't have to, because that means it's probably not going well. But I'm glad to be here.
In Indiana, so I gotta say, I'm a fan. As a Colt and a Bronco, is that
evidently, right? I mean, it must be something about it. I'm proud to be a Colt, proud to be a Bronco, and had a great day out at the Oaks today. Went down to the stables, got to meet Rich Strike, met Eric Reed, last year's Derby winner and trainer. That was very cool, and actually had a couple winners today at the Oaks, so we'll see if that carries into the Derby. I don't know. You don't want to peak too early at this thing.
Rich Strike, I'll tell you a story. I know nothing about betting, and Rich Strike last year made me $2,000 on a $2 bet.
Congratulations. But it's not about last year. It's about what are you going to do for me now? So, who's your favorite going into tomorrow?
That's true. Well, you're feeling who?
I'm still working on it. I'm here to work tonight. I'm here to find some tips, find some experts. It's early, right? You're always doing your homework, always studying your film.
Welcome to Louisville.
Thank y'all. Thank y'all.
And one final question for you. If you were a racehorse, what would your name be?
And Kevin.
Yeah, in fact, many times
you can see this party is just starting to get going.
Absolutely. I've been to the Barnstable party where Peyton's been there with Eli and Archie, his whole family.
Yes, well, I just asked Joey Fatone if he can bring his fellow boy band members back to the Derby. So we'll see. Next year is the 150th. That would be awesome.
Yeah, that would be awesome. All right, I just saw Gene West talking to Boys to Men. We'll catch up with her coming up on the other side of the break. Plus, so much happening around town. We've got more to show you from 21C. We'll also take you to the Silks Bash over at Locust Grove. Other parties around town we'll dip into as well. We'll be back with more Night at the Galas right here on Wave.
Years later, and the legend that started in Louisville is coming home. Relive the story of Secretariat, only at Kentucky Derby Museum.
Welcome back to Night at the Galas. For over 3 decades, the Barnstable Brown Gala and Derby Eve has raised millions, $17 million plus for diabetes research. Let's get back out to the party with Gene West. Hi, Gene.
Hi, guess who I have? If you watch The Voice, Billy Gilman is here. And The Voice, has opened so many doors for you. Talk about that.
Like opportunities like this amazing night, right? It's crazy. I was on The Voice, came in runner-up, and since then it's been a great touring life and a great resurgence for my career, and just recently got signed to a new label, and the first single just dropped about 3 weeks ago, and we're in the top 10 on the bluegrass charts. Going totally a different genre, and it's been something I've been wanting to do since I was a little kid, so it's great to see it come to fruition.
A Rhode Island guy doing bluegrass?
Rhode Island, I grew up on the Osborne Brothers and Del McCoury Band and Alison Krauss, so it's something I grew up on, and it always just spoke to my heart, so it's finally great to do what I've been wanting to do for a long time.
Who did you bring with you?
I brought my boyfriend, Anthony.
Hi, pleasure to meet you.
Welcome to the Kentucky Derby. Is this your first Derby?
My second, his first.
Okay. And this party?
And this party's my first. I sang the national anthem for the Oaks about 5 years ago, and it's great to be back and not have to be scared not have to be scared to sing the national anthem. Right? Very daunting.
Are you going to perform here tonight?
We are. Yes, I am. Hopefully, we'll see.
All right. Can't wait.
Thank you so much.
You are welcome, and good luck tomorrow at the track.
Looking forward to it. Hopefully the horse wins.
Have fun. Okay, so, sometimes, all the times when the celebrities walk up, the crowds just go wild. And one of those celebrities was Emmitt Smith, and he was really funny about the crowds around. Listen.
You know, I haven't heard. This is my first time, so I'm here for the complete experience. I mean, I am in an absolute neighborhood right now, and I see neighborhood people out and about, hanging out behind the bars and everything else, looking for everybody to come in. So this is very, very new to me, and so I realize I'm in a park. I feel like I'm in a park because the way to get in, it's like woods are everywhere. I saw deer walking around. I'm like, I'm looking for a bear to come out in the next second or so. But this has been excellent.
It's really funny, but he's having a good time. All right, Kevin, coming up, Rachel Platten. We're going to try to catch her as she comes in. We're having a ball out here. Back to you in the studio.
Yeah, look forward to hearing from her. She had a chance to sing the national anthem today. And, of course, during that Survivors Parade on Oaks Day, her hit song, Fight Song. So Rachel Platten coming down the red carpet. We'll check in. When we come back, we're going to take you back to Paristown. The Rockin' Derby Eve celebration continues there. We have Brian Schlonsky there. In fact, we're going to hear from him as he talks to Dustin Lynch, who's the headline performer. And welcome back. It's just 9:30. We've got an hour and a half of coverage still left with a lot of folks just now hitting the red carpet. We're going to go back to Paristown for the Rockin' Derby Eve Gala. That's where we have Dustin Lynch performing. And if you're wondering where the proceeds of that gala are going, it's benefiting the USA Cares Veteran and Family Support System. Dustin Lynch is with Brian Schlonsky. Brian?
Brian Schlonsky here for Wave News. We are down in a basement here at Paristown for Rockin' Derby Eve, about to get a meet and greet with Dustin Lynch. Come on through here. Yeah. Hey, Dustin. What's up? Brian, nice to meet you. Meet you. Hey, thanks for being here in town. First thing I want to ask you, as a Tennessee boy, what's it like being in Kentucky?
I love Kentucky's always been great to us, but this is my first Derby, so I don't know what to expect, man.
I was about to say, what's your impression so far?
I'm seeing a lot of people that I've watched on TV before, man. There's a lot of great athletes in the house tonight that just came through meet and greet, so we're having a blast.
When you got the call to be a part of an international event that's been around for almost 150 years, you get to perform, you get to meet the people out here, be part of the party. What's that like for an artist?
I've always wished that, I've been hoping for an invite, because we're usually on tour on the weekends. But whenever they reached out and asked if we would come be a part of it this year, I was like, absolutely, I'm in. You know, this is kind of a bucket list thing. And I put down my first horse bet today. Was a winner.
Did you do a straight up bet? How'd you do it?
I did a trifecta box.
That's the
I
one.
still don't know what the hell that means, but
that's what I do too.
Yeah, but I won and won big. It was great.
So you going to be at the Derby tomorrow?
No, unfortunately, we're back on the road after this show and catching back up with our tour.
Last thing I'll ask you is, as you're out there performing tonight, you see the fans. What do you want people to take away from your show here on this Derby?
Well, we're here to just provide a great time, and all the people are doing the hard work, that are showing up, spending their hard-earned money for us, raising money for USA Cares to help a lot of veterans out tonight. So that's a very important thing, and I'm happy to be a part of that cause tonight.
Louisville-based charity.
That's right.
Thank you so much for coming to Kentucky, being a part of Derby.
Yeah,
have a good time.
Cheers, thank you.
All right, guys, back to you.
All right, Brian, thank you very much. Having a good time and a lot of great music coming from Paristown tonight. Let's go to Steve's Derby Eve Drag Circus. That's where we find Marissa Burke. And Marissa, your red carpet's been a little on the busy side too, I've noticed.
It has been extremely busy here. Earlier, you saw me chatting with the host, Steve Wilson, and one of his special guests, Bella Duvall, but also Macy Gray will be here, Anthony Borowski, but those aren't the only VIPs. Mayor Greenberg and his entourage should be making a guest appearance sometime this evening, and I was also told that some professional athletes may be stepping into the building, so we're just going to have to sit and wait and see who comes down the pink carpet this evening. And we also got to speak with the executive director of the ACLU, who's going to be benefited from all of tonight's the funds that are raised this evening, and we are just going to keep you with all the coverage this evening. So I'm going to send it back to you, Kevin, because I'm going to keep my eyes peeled for Mayor Greenberg and his entourage next.
All right, we'll get back out to you in just a bit down at 21C. Let's head over to the Barnstable Brown Party once again. I've noted that Patrick Mahomes is on the red carpet. Natalia, will he talk to you?
He is. He's not taking any questions. He didn't even come close in order for me to try to grab him. I don't know if you could see him still, Jeffrey. My photographer's trying to find him. We do have video of him. He came with his girlfriend, but he's not taking any questions. He's got a lot of partying to do. But I just heard Bill Bellamy has just arrived. And earlier I spoke to Boys to Men. Now, they come year after year to Barnstable. They just love the atmosphere and the livelihood for Derby. And, of course, Barnstable's just such a good time. I was here inside when they performed last time. This time I hear that Eric Church is going to come to Barnstable, so I asked if they could sing together, if Boys to Men would get on stage with Eric Church, and they said anything's possible. This is what they said.
So, hello. It's welcome again. We love it when you guys come. And you know, what you usually do for me is you do a little bit of harmony, right?
Sorry, unfortunately, it's really loud. It's a lot of music. We just, not that we don't want to, but it's really hard. But we are going to be doing a lot of harmony in there. All right, we promise. You'll get all of that. Promise.
What draws you here year after year?
Obviously, we've been coming here for, 10 years, 11, maybe? Longer than that. And we've always supported the Barnstable Brown Gala and, their just their support. And so we're just here, again, celebrating again, seeing old friends, and taking the stage, and hopefully we can raise some more money for the foundation.
We're always glad to see you. Did you have any luck on the track?
Nah, not really, but
Does anybody ever?
Not really. Some.
Every now and then.
He's
every now and then, but not this year.
Well, what's your secret? What's your strategy?
Oh, I don't know, because it was terrible today. I might want to change it.
Welcome and have fun tonight.
Thank you so much.
Boys to Men, a regular for the Barnstable Brown Party.
Well, that was my partner there, Gene West, who spoke to them just a little bit ago. I'm going to, Bill Bellamy was just here, and then Smokey Robinson just got to the party. We spoke to him earlier today during the Oaks. He's entering here the red carpet, and so let's see. It is 9:34. I think by 10 o'clock usually is when the celebrities are already here and ready to go inside of Barnstable and start the celebration to bring in the 149th Derby. There's Smokey right there, looking as handsome as ever, and his lovely wife, dripped in rhinestones. Kevin, you know, we talk about the Derby being such a fashion hub, and we can also add Barnstable Brown's party to that list because some of the outfits here are amazing.
And you know,
we're going to catch up to some more celebrities. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Natalia, I heard you talk to him earlier on the pink carpet at Oaks Day, and I was amazed. Now, I mean, Smokey Robinson, I know he'd been around a while, but man, he's looking good.
That's what I told him, and we took a selfie and everything. He was so nice and so happy to be here and happy to be in Louisville. So he was excited about the Derby. I don't think he told me he didn't really have a bet just yet, Kevin. He was going to leave it up to his family members to kind of guide the way for him.
So many more folks coming onto the red carpet. That's not the only parties we're watching. It's not just 21C and Paristown at the Rockin' Derby Eve, and not just the Barnstable Brown, but the Silks Bash over at Locust Grove is happening. Kennedy Hayes is there.
We just made it to the Silks Bash. As you can see, they have a long purple carpet here and a photo booth. People are kind of starting to trickle in. But if you follow me this way, I want to show you inside. How cool is this? I'm with John Receiver. He is chairman. Hi, John. How's it going?
Good. How are you? Thanks for coming.
Awesome. So tell me a little bit about the Silks Bash. It's more than just a party.
Absolutely. No, Silks Bash, we're in our 8th year here at Locust Grove. Beautiful property here. And Silks Bash actually benefits Operation Open Arms, which is a organization here in town, and we help find loving and caring homes for children whose parents are incarcerated.
And it's not your first year hosting the Silks Bash.
Nope. Like I said, we're in our 8th year. So have been at Locust Grove now for, I think, 4, maybe going on 5 years, and we love it out here. You know, great atmosphere and that sort of thing. We got the weather, right? So
absolutely. What are you looking forward to most tonight?
We got a great band. Food's great. Obviously, there's an open bar. There's a cigar lounge. So if that's your thing, we've got a great band. We got a DJ. We've got some surprises here and there. So it'll be a really fun night.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, John.
Thank you.
Well, we are going to be sticking around and bringing you that band that John mentioned. So back to you guys.
All right, Kennedy, thank you very much. Let's go down to the Barnstable Brown party. We've got Gene West talking to the host of the night, Trisha Barnstable Brown.
I don't think I've seen a...
So
my name is Larry.
This is the hostess for this party. 34 years, raising $17 million.
Just last year alone, we donated $1.2 million.
Just
1 year.
Just last year.
1 year.
How does that make you feel?
Fabulous.
Why diabetes, Trish?
Well, my husband died from diabetes. So.
How about the weather? It turned
Actually,
out great, huh?
you remember this? Your very first party was to thank the volunteers for the diabetes. Do you remember that? And it was on a Friday, right?
Yes, that's right. You're right.
And then since then, it's been a huge success. And look at your legacy.
Travis Trent.
Thank you, as always, for hosting us. Have fun. Bye-bye. That is Trish. She is one half of the Barnstable twins.
Mr. Trent
Sib is her sister.
Yeah. And Gene, let's talk about that a minute because Trisha, or Patricia is her name, but Sib, Sib is the other twin. They were both the double mint twins.
I'm going to send it back to you, Kevin, and then we'll come back and do celebrities.
It's so hard to hear at that party. We were talking about the double mint twins. That was Sib and Patricia, or Trisha Barnstable, and that takes us back many years ago. And then as they sort of opened their home for a small party 34 years ago, it has grown 10 times now, where they now welcome 1,000+ people into their home. And that's one of the few parties in town or across the country, frankly, where they just open their front door and you walk in to the party. We'll show you inside coming up. We've got so much more to come. You're watching Waves Night at the Galas as we take you across town and into the parties that are going on just ahead of Derby 149. We'll be right back.
Try some delightful farm fresh favorites at Slim Chickens.
We start with fresh greens, add feta cheese crumbles, and delicious candied pecans. 100% all-natural grilled chicken tenders and sliced red ripe strawberries. Try the grilled chicken strawberry salad, backed by popular demand. Or the new grilled chicken strawberry wrap. But hurry, these fresh favorites are just around during peak strawberry season. Only at Slim Chickens. Try some delightful farm fresh favorites at Slim Chickens. We start with fresh greens, add feta cheese crumbles, and delicious candied pecans. 100% all-natural grilled chicken tenders and sliced red ripe strawberries. Try the grilled chicken strawberry salad, backed by popular demand. Or the new grilled chicken strawberry wrap. But hurry, these fresh favorites are just around during peak strawberry season. Only at Slim Chickens.
Welcome back to Wave Night at the Galas. I'm viewing some of the red carpets. Travis Tritt's talking to Gene West now. Steve Wilson still entertaining everyone at 21C. Let's get over to Paristown. Brian Schlonsky's there. We just heard you talking to our buddy Dustin Lynch, who's rocking it over there at Paristown. What are you doing now?
Hey there, Kevin. Yeah, Dustin's excited to perform tonight. That's the energy that, of course, everybody out here is expecting and excited for. We're along the red carpet. One of the first stops as everybody comes through the garden, heads inside for the show. And what better person, what better organization to have on a red carpet than the charity who is benefiting from tonight. This is Anise with USA Cares. You guys do important work for veterans based right here in Louisville, Kentucky. What can you tell the folks at home who maybe aren't familiar with USA Cares about what it is you guys do?
Well, like you said, we're headquartered here in Louisville, but we're a national nonprofit. We service veterans all over the country, post 9/11 veterans who are facing very critical crisis moments. We're talking about eviction, foreclosure, repossession, and we provide aid to those veterans through grants, through the generosity of our sponsors, our supporters, events like this, and it's all in the hopes of reducing potential factors that can contribute to veteran suicide, which is a big crisis that a lot of Americans really don't even know is existing.
When you see the turnout tonight and you know that everybody here, hopefully one of the performers brings it up, you're going to know there's cheers, there's all of this benefiting USA Cares. How does that make you feel as somebody who is a part of that organization and sees firsthand the important work that you guys do every day?
Yeah, our veterans have made a tremendous sacrifice. They're brave individuals that have done so much for our country. But, you know, as we get further and further away from the end of the wars in the Middle East, we kind of forget that they've done these services. And to see the community, the Louisville community, and, you know, Dustin Lynch and these important performers recognize their significance in our country and what they've done for us is very important because we don't want to forget them.
Such important work. Final question I'll ask you before I let you leave the carpet and head inside to see the show. You guys actually have a long history with Wave News.
Yeah, we're celebrating our 20th anniversary, which for nonprofits is a huge, monumental moment. And it was started right here in Kentuckiana right after 9/11 as soldiers and people serving came back. And Kroger and Wave partnered with some people from Fort Knox to start this organization. They saw a need for veterans to get some financial assistance when they returned home. And so we're grateful for Wave, for Kroger. You know, they really started us, gave us a good foundation, and continue to support us as we work to support our veterans in the best way possible.
Well, Anise, thank you so much for the important work you do every day. Enjoy the show tonight. Guys, Kevin, we're going to head inside here in just a bit, but wanted to get that important message out before it gets too late that, hey, this is not just a party tonight. There's important work being done here at Paristown. Back to you.
Now, you're right about that, Brian. And so many of the parties have great philanthropic arms, and they're raising lots of money tonight. Let's go to the Barnstable Brown Party. Natalia Martinez, you know, she's a bulldog. She goes after anything. I see Travis Tritt behind you there, Natalia. So many folks coming in. It seems like they all come at once, doesn't it?
And always when we are on break or you're on at another party. Yes, Travis Tritt is here. You want to say hi? Let's say hi. And then right behind him, Jeffrey, if you could show, there's Justin, ladies. He's come now to a couple of derbies, but let's see if he's going to take some questions too. If he is, we'll grab him for you guys as well. In the meantime, let's chat with Travis Tritt here. He always comes to the Barnstable. He told me earlier at the pink carpet that this was his 27th or his 28th derby. They come every year.
Barnstable, welcome to Jordan Smith.
Oh, we just heard Jordan Smith is here. The names just keep on coming, so you just never know. We're kind of waiting for some big names to arrive still because we heard that there's some celebrity surprises that are still on the way. Travis, if we can talk to you, we're nice to see you again. We spoke earlier today. We are live right now on a special gala show, so no pressure. But tell me, you always come to Barnstable Brown. How fun is this party?
It's so much fun. I mean, we started coming here 27 years ago, and this is the thing that got us involved in not only this event, but also coming to the Oaks race, coming to the Kentucky Derby, just being here for the whole weekend. And we met some great people inside the industry here the very first time 27 years ago, and this is really about the only time that we get a chance to see most of those people, so it's like a family reunion for us.
It's a tradition.
It is.
All right, well, you guys have such a good time tonight. Good to see you. We hope to see you again tomorrow. We'll be out there on the red carpet as well.
Absolutely.
Okay.
We look forward to it. Thank you.
Sure, thank you. Well, if there's any Yellowstone fans out there, and I'm sure there are because it's one of the biggest shows in the country, I met one of the toughest cowboys. Let me show you that interview.
We know you from MTV's Teen Wolf. So
yeah, back in the day. Yeah, we're still working on making some more of those movies, so we feel like it's still contemporary at the moment.
Can you tell us a little bit more about what you're working on?
Well, for the time being, we're very excited about getting into the last season of Yellowstone, starting this summer, and finishing out what we've been working on for almost 6 years now. So that's the number one priority.
That could be the last season?
Well, if you believe everything that came out in the trades today, this could be the last season, yeah. But also they're saying that there's a spin-off, possibly, which will continue this story and maybe some of the characters of the world. So we're excited about the future, but nobody really knows exactly what's going to happen.
You know, it's so sweet. I saw you get out the car and go over to your fans and do sign some autographs.
Yeah, it's fun. You know, we make shows for the audience, for people to watch them and to be happy and to enjoy. So if you can't continue that, then kind of what are you doing? So this is all just part of it. You know, we have a certain amount of time in front of the camera, and then you meet people and you just be with them and you see the same smiles, and so it makes me happy and it makes them happy. So grab me a pen and I'll sign whatever you want.
Well, thank you, and welcome to the Kentucky Derby and the Barnstable Brown Party. You're bound to have a great time.
I feel very privileged. Thank you.
And he was just so so nice. I did ask him if he knew how to ride a horse before auditioning for Yellowstone, and he said he did, but of course not to the level of the show, because they do all these stunts and tricks. And he was talking about how after the show, sometimes the actors will go out and ride the horses and see if they can lasso a cow. Could you imagine Kevin Costner out there doing that? Justin
just grab him, Natalia.
is right here. Let me see if I can grab him. You know I will. Let's just give him 1 second here. He is tethered to her mic. So, of course, he is from the show This Is Us. But he's come to a couple of Kentucky Derbies now. We've seen him at least for the last 2 or 3 years. I think this is one of those things that just brings people back because it's so unique, right? It's got its own charm and its own history, and it's exciting, and you see other celebrities, and it's kind of a reunion. Let me grab Justin. Oh, no, he left. Okay, well, we tried. Let's see if I can grab him later. Maybe I'll go around and grab you a quick interview, Kevin.
Yeah, thank you, Natalia. We appreciate that. You mentioned Ian Bohen. Now, he plays Ryan, of course, in Yellowstone. When I was out at Churchill Downs yesterday, they have a lot, frankly, of experiences set up. And as you come in off of the Longfield Gate, as you walk past the pink carpet and the red carpet tomorrow, set up on the side is like a makeshift Yellowstone exhibit. And a lot of folks yesterday were like, oh, Kevin Costner's coming. No, but you may see Ian out there, or Ryan as he's called. All right, so that'll be something kind of fun to note if you're headed to the track tomorrow. Let's go to Marissa Burke. She's downtown at 21C for Steve's Derby Eve Drag Circus.
Yes, Kevin, I'm here with Umi Nadi, who is one of our local Louisville drag performers. So tell me about how an event like this brings the drag community together.
Oh yeah, it's great, seeing that all these businesses outside of the general drag performance venues coming together and just really supporting and building support for the drag entertainers here. It's been really cool. We have entertainers from Louisville, Lexington, Cincinnati, some from Tennessee, and it's cool to see that 21C has been able to help bring all of those together, really build up the community, and just show what drag's all about.
Okay, so we're going to keep talking, but I'm going to send it back to you, Kevin, because I hear there's a big star making an appearance.
Yeah, we're watching all the red carpets here. We'll take the shot from Barnstable Brown. Jack Harlow has just jumped onto the red carpet there, and Gene West is going to hopefully grab him. Of course, we all have seen Jack in the news. His banner was unveiled just a couple of days ago. How humbled he was to see that.
Before he even got out of the car. Louisville's own Jack Harlow. There he is. He's a guy who's made it really big, but does not forget his roots. He's been in Louisville. He had a huge flag just unveiled of him. And he talked about how he would drive by and see those on the sides of buildings, and that it inspired him. Jack! Oh, I don't know that he's going to talk. So he's, I'm sure, going to perform tonight along with the other musicians, but I got to tell you, he is a fan favorite. So there he is. He's the big guy.
Yeah, we'll just let's watch him just
Kevin,
a second. Let me just talk about what we know
in the crowd. All right, we're going to send it back to you.
All right, Gene, thanks. So it is tough to hear. I know that. Sorry for stepping on you there, Gene. You're watching Jack Harlow. He has sort of bypassed the red carpet. He jumped on, took a few of the photos. Of course, he just released the album Jackman. That was just on April 28th. Walked around the Highlands, setting out some exclusive CDs there. Has a popular song called Churchill Downs. That features Drake. He did that last Derby. And he was in the city just this past week, as Gene mentioned, at the unveiling of the banner down toward Paristown, creating a philanthropic arm where he says, you know what, you've got to give back to your community, and he's doing just that. He's done that so many times and promises to continue doing that. Jack Harlow, a hometown hero right here. So many folks showing up to the Barnstable Brown Derby Eve Gala. We've got 21C and Steve's Derby Eve Drag Circus, the Rockin' Derby Eve, where we find Brian Schlonsky out at Paristown. You've heard from Kennedy Hayes. She she's been at the Silk Smash, but now she's on her way to the Phillies and Stallions. That's a little more of a late-night party. We'll check in with her. So much more when we come back on A Night at the Galas on Wave. Stay with us.
Try some delightful farm-fresh favorites at Slim Chickens. We start with fresh greens, add feta cheese crumbles, and delicious candied pecans. 100% all-natural grilled chicken tenders and sliced red ripe strawberries. Try the grilled chicken strawberry salad, backed by popular demand. Or the new grilled chicken strawberry wrap. But hurry, these fresh favorites are just around during peak strawberry season. Only at Slim Chickens.
What's going on there, JoJo? You all right, pal?
Nope, I'm good.
You catch a case of the hot corgis?
It's fleas, all right? I got fleas.
Are you taking anything? Flea bath? Dance therapy?
It's fine.
Pet meds, JoJo. Trust me.
Pet meds always hooks me up. Me too.
Here's what's going to happen. Your human will go to petmeds.com, enter your vet's info, then Pet Meds will ship the goods straight to your people door. And you can stop with the scratching.
Please make it stop.
Pet Meds, your trusted pet health expert. Visit us at petmeds.com and get 40% off with code TAILS.
Try some delightful farm-fresh favorites at Slim Chickens. We start with fresh greens, add feta cheese crumbles, and delicious candied pecans. 100% all-natural grilled chicken tenders and sliced red ripe strawberries. Try the grilled chicken strawberry salad, backed by popular demand. Or the new grilled chicken strawberry wrap. But hurry, these fresh favorites are just around during peak strawberry season. Only at Slim Chickens.
And welcome back to Night at the Galas here on Wave. We've been watching the red carpets. How exciting. So many of the stars that were on that guest list to the Barnstable Brown Party have arrived. We saw Jack Harlow most recently. Let me bring in Natalia Martinez. Boy, Natalia, the crowd went wild as he walked up the driveway. For folks that don't know, at the Barnstable Brown Gala, they sort of are exiting their cars at the base of the hill. They get out of the vehicles. They have the opportunity to go through the red carpet, and then they can go up the hill into the house. So as Jack was walking up that hill, it was a very loud roar of applause.
And you know what was really cool, Kevin, is that, of course, he's a fan favorite, but I want to show you right behind me, as soon as he turns around, you see those yellow pants? That's actor Chris Pine. He just arrived and got a big applause from the audience. But let me tell you a story about Jack Harlow just a minute ago. He came, he didn't do any interviews, but before he walked into the party, he had a moment and he stopped, he looked at his entourage and he said this: "Let's go." He walked back outside into the crowd of fans and started signing autographs and taking pictures with a bunch of them, and you can imagine the crowd went wild. But it was pretty cool. You know, it is his hometown, and he knows that this city loves him, but he showed us tonight that he loves this city right back. And here you see Chris Pine and his father. He joined them earlier today on the pink carpet at Oaks. Let's see if he does interviews tonight. He didn't do any interviews earlier today, but maybe he's had a chance to try some mint juleps. Or let's see. Hi, Chris. Can we talk to you? Chris? We're 2 for 2 on Chris Pine. Not doing any interviews today. But Gene West did talk with Jordan Smith, so let's hear their conversation from just a couple of minutes ago.
Jordan Smith, welcome again.
Thank you so much. It's so good to be here.
I know. Well, so tell us what you're up to now.
Honestly, last year this time, I was on NBC's American Song Contest representing Kentucky. And here we are tonight, back at the Kentucky Derby Barnstable Brown Party. We're so excited to be here. As always, new music is something that is constantly in the works for me. So I'm excited to share that soon, and I'm just happy to be here.
So interesting how that show has opened doors for you.
Yeah, it's been pretty amazing to see sort of this whirlwind that I've been a part of just since The Voice, and I'm so grateful for it. I'm so grateful to make something as beautiful as music, and I'm so grateful for opportunities to just celebrate traditions like this in my home state.
So much fun. You just never know what celebrities are going to come to Barnstable Brown. It's almost like, you know, the word has reverberated throughout the celebrity community of just how awesome the Derby is, how awesome Louisville is, and of course how awesome the Barnstable Brown Party is. So we're waiting to see what other celebrities grace the red carpet, and we'll have that for you, Kevin.
All right, Natalia, thank you so much. It's just 10 o'clock. So many folks already inside the Barnstable Brown Party. I promised to take you inside. They're going to show you what it's looked like in years past. Let's go over to Paristown to Rockin' Derby Eve. Brian Schlonsky, how are you, my friend?
Hey there, Kevin. You just missed Low Cash wrapping up there on stage, so a lot more folks are heading inside now because Dustin Lynch is coming on right about 10 o'clock. That's the boys from Wild Hats here.
Holler at us if you need a custom hat.
Hey, actually, they made my hat last year for Derby. You can see they make some good ones. They're here in the house. Dustin Lynch coming up next. We'll take you inside, see what's going on. Thank you, my friend. Locast finished up their set. Thanked Louisville, Kentucky. You could tell they were excited to be here, excited to be part of the Derby Eve festivities. And you can see the setup here. It is rocking down here at Paristown here tonight. The stage swapping over the instruments, getting all of Dustin's gear there on stage. And about 650 people in the house here tonight. Last year was the first year Paristown did the Rockin' Derby Eve party. They had about 550, so a little bit bigger this year, about 100 more folks out here to see the performances. And Kevin, as soon as he takes the stage, I'll make sure you come back so you guys get to hear a little bit of the show. I know you're missing it tonight.
Yeah, we sure don't want to miss Cowboys and Angels, one of his hit songs, that's for sure. And I see behind you a lot of Cowboys, it looks like there. So that's a lot of fun. Hate to miss the Low Cash folks, though. Chris Lucas and Preston Brust, what a great group they are as well. So much going on, as we pointed out, across the entire community today. We've taken you to the Barnstable Brown Party. The red carpet's still alive and well there. We have been downtown at Steve's Derby Eve Drag Circus. We've been to Silk's Bash, as well as where Brian Schlonsky is, over at the Rockin' Derby Eve in Paristown. We still have to go the Phillies and Stallions, the Louisville Urban League, the DDW Wigs and Kicks, and the Derby Soundstage. All of that's to come in the next hour, right here on A Night at the Galas.
And your family.
Uncovering the truth, solving real problems.
And asking questions that no one else would touch.
Because you...
Do-si-do, do the rodeo. Shake your tail feathers up and down low. Grab your partner, swing them round. Now swing them right back for another round. Everybody just stomp your feet. Clap your hands like 1, 2, 3. I said clap your hands like 1, 2, 3.
Try some delightful farm fresh favorites at Slim Chickens. We start with fresh greens. Add feta cheese crumbles and delicious candied pecans. 100% all-natural grilled chicken tenders and sliced red ripe strawberries. Try the grilled chicken strawberry salad, backed by popular demand. Or the new grilled chicken strawberry wrap. But hurry, these fresh favorites are just around during peak strawberry season. Only at Slim Chickens. Try some delightful farm fresh favorites at Slim Chickens. We start with fresh greens, add feta cheese crumbles, and delicious candied pecans. 100% all-natural grilled chicken tenders and sliced red ripe strawberries. Try the grilled chicken strawberry salad, backed by popular demand. Or the new grilled chicken strawberry wrap. But hurry, these fresh favorites are just around during peak strawberry season. Only at Slim Chickens.
And welcome back to Night at the Galas right here on Wave. We're having a lot of fun. I hope you are too. All week long, the Derby City has been celebrating the 149th Kentucky Derby. And this year, the Derby soundstage hit the scene for the first time last night. Reporter Kennedy Hayes was there and was able to really celebrate the 50 years of hip-hop.
Kicking off Derby weekend at the Kentucky Expo Center, hip-hop music lovers shuffled in Freedom Hall to see concert Derby soundstage. Doors opened at 6 p.m. with each fan excited to finally see their favorite artist up close.
Well, one, because we're #1 fans, and she was like, okay, T.I. is coming, and I was like, we're going. So that's how it happened.
I won tickets from 93.1. And I'm just ready to have a good time.
She loves T.I. I'm a Jeezy fan. I love Young Jeezy. He's my inspiration for my wrestling gimmick as well. So I just wanted to come out and support him and support my wife.
Hosted by Grammy Award winner DJ Drama. Performances featured Paperboy Casino, B. Sim, and hip-hop icons like T.I., Jeezy, and Trina. Organizers say the theme is celebrating 50 years of hip-hop and diversity and inclusion. Lavillians add the concert is about celebrating the 502 though too.
I mean, this is huge. Louisville's always known for doing big things during Derby, and for this to be on Thursday night, it's going to be a crazy weekend. You can only expect it to get bigger and better.
Hip-hop, means everything to me because it's like the era that I grew up in, and it's just crazy because, to see how it's evolved and changed, and it is the culture of today, so, it's just amazing. Love hip-hop.
Hip-hop kind of brings, everybody together. So I guess that's why one of the things why everybody just kind of gravitates to it. It's got something for everybody.
Kennedy Hayes, Wave News.
T.I., Jeezy, DJ Drama, got them all there. If you like hip-hop, that was the place to be. Well, let's head back downtown. 21C is the place to be, and I see that's where our mayor and his lovely wife Rachel are with Marissa Burke. Hey, Marissa.
Our lovely mayor and his beautiful wife. And so, Mayor, this is your first Kentucky Derby as mayor. Tell me about your excitement about all the galas this evening.
Well, this is Louisville. I mean, Derby brings out the best in everyone. Everyone's having a good time. It's bringing our city together. It's showing our love, our support, our hospitality. And so this is Louisville.
This is exactly Louisville. So is there anything special that you would just like to say to everyone who's visiting our beautiful city this weekend?
Have a wonderful time. Just enjoy it. Get to know people. Meet people that you don't know. And just to have a great time. And then come back again. Come back to visit. Come back to build a business. Come back to live. Louisville's an amazing city.
Thank you so much, Mayor. You have a good time. I'll see you guys on the dance floor, right? Well, I'm going to send it back to you guys so I can catch the mayor and his beautiful wife on the dance floor later on this evening.
All right. Marissa, thank you. What a stunning dress Rachel had on there. That was Craig Greenberg. I know they've had some drag shows going on. We'll get back with Marissa and be able to see some of those coming up. In the meantime, Natalia Martinez is out on the red carpet with Gene West at the Barnstable Brown. I see another group coming in.
the Green Bay Packers, ladies and gentlemen, and right there, right behind them, is Aaron Rodgers. When they announced, there's a person announcing the celebrity names as they're arriving, and so when he was introducing this group right here, he just said, the Green Bay Packers, and it does seem like the entire team is here, and then Aaron Rodgers right there on your left.
How about one more hand for Aaron Rodgers of the New York Jets?
And I think they've said Aaron Rodgers of the New York Jets about 15 times. And he's not doing interviews. Only once have I seen him do interviews here during Barnstable Brown. He was very nice, but of course, there's been a lot going on for Aaron Rodgers in the last couple of years. But Kevin, I wanted to show you the house. Take a look at that, how beautiful that is. Look how it's lit up. There's music outside. There's, of course, a huge stage set up inside where there's the musicians that are going to play, and some of them are probably already playing right now. Earlier today, we saw people on stints and live jockeys that they had me fooled. I wasn't sure whether or not they were actual people or not, Kevin. I don't know if you could see. There's a very, all kinds of entertaining things here for all of the celebrities. Let's show you some video of what it looked like on the inside of the house. It's decked out, and you can imagine all the decorations. And that is somebody's house, you know, so it's amazing to see how they decorate it for such a big party. And they kind of section it off inside. Once the celebrities do arrive, they have their own little section, and then the people who purchase tickets are kind of in the area surrounding. But it's very small and it's very intimate.
And Natalia, you know, I've had a chance to be at the party. There are about 3 levels to the house. All levels are open except for that 3rd floor, and that's because that's where some of the kids sleep at night. We will take you inside the house and show you some of the food that they have set out. There's an indoor pool in the back of the house, of course, is where everybody goes. But Trisha Barnstable Brown is the only one who literally opens her front door so everyone can walk in. There's a beautiful cake from years gone by, the foyer with the stairs going upstairs, the food set out in the dining room. Richie Sambora with Trish sitting there. That's what it looks like behind the house, and you can see the huge crowd. So many of the performers get up on that stage, Natalia, and perform. So when we talk about all of those musicians, they get up there and have a jam session together. It's not just one person up there singing at a time, so many of them together.
And what is so cool, Kevin, is that I've seen so many different genres of music get up on the stage. Like Boyz II Men has sung with some country music artists, and they've made like beautiful music. And it is really fun and interesting to see. And it's kind of become like an intimate camaraderie between the celebrities that know about the Barnstable Brown Party and come year after year. So I'll be really curious. After we do the red carpet here, we'll be going inside. And I just can't wait to see what celebrities are going to be performing and who's performing with whom, what kind of music and what kind of songs. I don't know. Maybe we'll see Boyz II Men singing a Eric Church song or vice versa. It's so fun.
And do you have a favorite so far, Natalia? So many of those celebrities are down to earth. They're nice. They're engaging. And then, of course, some just rather, you know, they've been in front of the cameras. They've had to stop all day. They just prefer to move on. But have you had a favorite today?
Well, my personal favorite was Romero Brito, who is an artist and a painter, and for years I've loved his art. And I took a picture, and honestly I was kind of shy to ask him for an autograph because, you know, he is an artist, but he was so kind, and he said, of course. And he drew me one of the hearts that is like very famous, and he draws it in a lot of his multi-million-dollar paintings. So I was beyond the moon about that. But, you know, Travis Tritt is always very nice. And of course, our local J.D. Shelburne, he was at the Oaks earlier today. And it's always nice to support and see local celebrities come and do their thing on the red carpet.
And how awesome that as Jack Harlow was about to walk up the driveway, hearing the crowds who are just standing beyond the barriers out there, who have no chance of getting in, he says, you know what, let's turn around and go back and say hello to the hometown people.
Yes, and what was was really cool is that he came in and he was walking already like towards the house, and he kind of stopped and he looked at his entourage and he was like, and they turned back around and went into the crowd. Now, I have a friend who's working security outside, and he texted me. He said, Jack is out here, and he said that it was crazy because the security here, as you can imagine, with all the celebrities and everything, it's a really tough job and very well coordinated. So he threw all the security and the officers out there for a loop, but he knows he's in good hands. He's with his hometown of Louisville, and they've got nothing but love for Jack Harlow.
Yeah, you know, Natalia, I'm not sure how easy it is for you to move around, but you're pretty close to where a bunch of people are just standing by in the yard and on the road right off of Spring.
Come?
I'd like to see that because that's always a fun time.
Okay, let's come.
Okay. And Natalia's just walking.
Let's see if we can go. Oh, we don't have a light, so it may be difficult, but we can try.
All right, let's just see how it goes. It's live
Excuse
TV.
us.
It's what we do.
Okay, excuse us. We're live on TV. Never. Oh, there's Mark. Thank you, Mark. Okay, who saw Jack Harlow? Who got a selfie with Jack Harlow? Did anyone get a selfie? You did. Okay. Okay. Well, how cool was it that he came out and you got to meet him?
So amazing. He's shorter in person, but oh my God, I'm just, okay. Yeah.
Is that who you came to see?
Do what?
Is that who you came to see?
Him and Chris Pine. Yeah, oh my God, I'm sorry. I'm so starstruck right now, so yeah. But.
So when Jack Harlow came in towards, he was walking already towards the house, as we were just saying, and he stopped and came back out to meet his fans.
Yes, came right there, and I'm hoping he comes back down to here to just show face again, but oh my gosh, I'm at a loss for words. Yeah.
So did you already post your video, tweet it, Instagram it?
I'm about to do it.
You're going to be one of the coolest ones out of your friends. Did you get a chance to see him? Okay, I saw you guys got a little autograph book here. Did you guys get any cool autographs?
I got Peyton Manning.
How was he?
It was pretty cool.
So, is there anyone in particular that you guys wanted to come out and see?
I wanted to come out and see Jack Harlow.
How did that go?
It was pretty nice.
Did you get close? And how?
I got pretty close. I got a video of him.
What did it seem like when he came out here? How was the crowd?
Chaotic. No, I didn't. I couldn't get close enough.
Well, you can see here the crowd is just having so much fun. And here, if we can, show the security out there, and you guys can see how heavy the security is around here. So you can just imagine, Kevin, Jack threw them for a loop when he decided to go back out. But, there's so many people here. They come every year. And, of course, we have different celebrities that come every year. But Jack Harlow is definitely a fan favorite.
About that. And I think Chris Pine has been too, Natalia.
Well, I've got a bone to pick with Chris Pine, if I can be honest. We are 2 for 2. Earlier today, he was at the Oaks, and he walked the pink carpet, but he just walked the pink carpet. We tried to say hi. We tried to get him to come over, and he turned to us, and he was like... and then he did it again.
Well, you don't have to feel bad. It wasn't just to you.
He did it again here at Barnstable. I hope not.
The original... The original Captain Kirk, William Shatner, he's been here many times. He would have done the interview.
Yes, and you know what? I hope that word gets to Chris Pine, so maybe he can make up for it tomorrow at the Derby. Just saying.
I'm sure. People are calling him now, being like, please don't diss Natalia for a third time. When Jack Harlow came in, this is what it looked like. Yeah, you can see. Gets out of the car. You hear the eruption of... He comes in, he's walking up the driveway, he comes back out and he says, hey, I'm going back to sign some autographs. This is in that same area where Natalia was, waving to his fans, saying, hey, we love you hometown, as the Jackman. Of course, he just released that album just this past week and had the unveiling of his big old hometown hero.
Come, we're live. We're live. If I can talk to you right now. Did you guys meet Jack Harlow? Oh, we got some fans over here.
Let's see the shirt he signed.
Okay, let's see. Oh, you made a shirt for Jack Harlow.
And he signed it.
How was that experience?
It's good. It's good. We got flogged, but it was good.
So did you expect him to come back out? Because he just kind of like went in quickly.
He went in quickly, but he looked at the shirt and he went thumbs up, so I thought he might come back.
And you got him to sign your shirt.
And I got a picture.
Okay, and did you guys get to meet him?
Yeah. Well, kind of. We didn't get his autograph though, so I was a little bummed. Yeah.
I think you guys are going to be the coolest kids at school on Monday. They're so adorable, and that's what this is all about, right? Celebrating, having fun, enjoying the Derby season, Kevin.
All right, little do they know you were bummed too when Chris Pine said, nope, not again. All right, Natalia, we'll be back out at the Barnstable Brown Derby Eve Gala with you in its 34th year, supporting the Diabetes Center over at the University of Kentucky. So much more to come. We're just at 20 after 10, another 40 minutes of nonstop party action. We know those stars. They don't sleep at night. As we go to commercial break, a preview into Steve's Derby Eve Drag Circus from 21C. We'll take you there, as well as to Paristown for the Rockin' Derby Eve with Dustin Lynch when we come back.
Sube el volumen para el evento más grande del verano. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 es increíble, épica. Tienes que verla. Es la mejor película de Marvel desde Avengers Endgame.
And you're just telling me now?
Seems intuitive.
I can't stop this feeling.
It's good to have friends.
Deep inside of me.
Disfruta de una final brillante, de una trilogía brillante.
Exactly, you idiots.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, clasificada PG-13. Ahora solo en cines.
First you go, do the rodeo. Shake your tail feathers, drop it down low. Grab your partner, swing them round. Now swing them right back for another round. Everybody just stomp your feet. Clap your hands like 1, 2, 3. I said clap your hands like 1, 2, 3.
The parties are in full swing tonight, and it's not just tonight. Parties and galas have been going on throughout the city all Derby week. The Louisville Urban League hosted its gala Wednesday night. The league says the gala is their biggest fundraiser to support its mission. The Louisville Urban League works to support job, justice, education, health, housing, and business opportunities for the black community. The league's president and CEO, Lyndon Pryor, says the money raised will help strengthen our city.
As well as our work with the Path Forward for Louisville, really trying to transform this city and this community into a more equitable place, certainly for black people, but really for all citizens.
It makes the whole city better when the Urban League has been hosting its party since 2017. Well, the first ever Wigs and Kicks party was held last night as part of Derby Diversity Week. Organizers say the celebration highlighted creativity and pride with over-the-top wigs. Kate Tweedy was there. She's the daughter of Secretariat's owner, Penny Chenery, and she even made an appearance at the party, where you see her there.
You know, I'm here to celebrate Secretariat's 50th anniversary of his Triple Crown, representing the Secretary family. And so, my mom was Penny Chenery, we're big supporters. Mom had a gay aunt.
Oh, organizers hope they can keep growing the party and invite even more people next year. Those are just a couple of the celebrations that have been going on this week. And, of course, we know the Derby Eve galas that are in full swing tonight. We've mentioned the Barnstable Brown, the Rockin' Derby Eve at Paristown, and Steve's Derby Eve Drag Circus. Let's get over to Paristown, where we find Brian Schlonsky. Dustin Lynch, rocking the crowd?
Hey, you know it, Kevin. He actually just took the stage, and we're going to take you in there in just a couple of minutes. I want to set the scene for you first, though. We've got Christie's Garden here behind me. This is basically where the whole party started. They had the food, they had the drinks, they had the roses on the ground. It was a beautiful setting. And then as soon as Low Cash took the stage, everybody flooded up these stairs inside for the show, and now Dustin Lynch, of course, on stage. Before you take inside, we want to talk to Jeannie here, who's holding a really special bottle. So, first of all, we've got the Woodford, the Secretariat, the 50th year anniversary. I love seeing the blue and white checker pattern all over. Why is this bottle so special this year?
Well, it is very special. This is our third year in a row that, we also give back. So, we raise money for the Thoroughbred Retirement Foundation. So we will have this amazing bottle signed by a really well-known trainer and jockey. We, mark it up a little bit, raise money for that organization. So collectors love it. Joel Rosario and Shug McGahey have signed this bottle. So they're celebrating Orb's 10-year anniversary of his win, with the Kentucky Derby. So, we've done this. This is our third year. We've raised $25,000 for this organization. Do you know the average lifespan of a thoroughbred racehorse by any chance?
I used to, but I'm not up on my facts this year.
Okay.
Tell me.
30 years. So these horses, after they're done racing, this organization is really great about retraining, repurposing, really, using them they have a second chance program. But anyway, it's really a wonderful initiative that we've done here. Nobody else does anything like it. So it's all part of our whole Derby experience.
And Jeannie, you and I talked about this earlier, but the foundation's out there at Chestnut Hall in Oldham County. I have a personal connection. I
love that.
My uncle used to live on the property. I did a story on it last year. And so we were talking about the important work they do out there. When you see the bottle come through every year, you see the new logos on there, and you know what this is going to help and how many people this impacts who love horse racing but maybe don't know what all goes into it on the backside for the horses. How is that for you when you go through this whole process and you start to see maybe the funds coming in, you see where the money goes? How is that?
It's pretty gratifying, to be honest with you. Would we have a Kentucky Derby without these horses? No, we would not.
No way.
So this is just a really great way for Paristown and Stoneware and Company in particular, who does this initiative every year to give back. So I think there are a few bottles left, so they can just go to stonewareandcompany.com to purchase the bottles. And again, the profit goes definitely to Thoroughbred Retirement Foundation.
A good cause. The bottle itself is beautiful, obviously, with the Secretariat 50th year anniversary. Are you going to go ahead and listen to Dustin?
Of course I am.
Okay, all right. We're about to send it back to Kevin, but before we do, Kevin, we got to give you at least a part of the show. Inside Paristown's Rockin' Derby Eve, on the stage, is Dustin Lynch.
And there he is. And you know what I love about that venue, Brian? You can be downstairs on the main floor, or you can go up and see it all. There he is, Dustin Lynch, performing tonight at the Rockin' Derby Eve party over at the Old Foresters Paristown Hall. One of many parties going on. Marissa Burke, I see you dancing downtown. She's at 21C for Steve's Derby Eve Drag Circus, excuse me.
Yeah, we are having so much fun, Kevin. I'm here with Justin and his wife. We are cutting a rug. So tell me again about your excitement for being here.
Love 21C. My wife and I, we come here every milestone to celebrate, take a picture. We've been here when we first started dating. We've been here for our after party, for our wedding. We've been here. We took our 2 kids here. And it's so much fun. This is our first time at a party. Steve Wilson throws the best parties. We met the mayor. We met Bobby Flay. We're so excited.
So much fun, guys. Like he said, Bobby Flay is here, the mayor is here, and there's so many other performers. So I'm going to send it back to you so that Justin and his wife and I can keep dancing.
I want you to show us around some. I want to see all the people dancing there. Marissa Burke, downtown at 21C. Cutting a rug tonight. We'll check back in with her. We have so much more when we come back. We've got another 30 minutes filled right here on the night at the Galas. You'll only see it on Wave. We'll be right back.
Do-si-do, do the rodeo. Shake your tail feathers, drop it down low. Grab your partner, swing them round. Now swing them right back for another round. Everybody just stomp your feet. Clap your hands like 1, 2, 3. I said clap your hands like 1, 2, 3. Do-si-do, do the rodeo. Shake your tail feathers, drop it down low. Grab your partner, swing them round. Now swing them right back for another round. Everybody just stomp your feet. Clap your hands like 1, 2, 3. I said clap your hands like 1, 2, 3.
And welcome back tonight at the Galas. We've been featuring so many of the parties that have been going on through the week, and especially tonight on Derby Eve. And of course, the biggest Derby Eve party happens to be at the Barnstable Brown Derby Eve Gala. The red carpet has been hopping all night long. You can see they set up the balloons, the cakes inside, the food inside, the stairs adorned with flowers. It is the place to be because Trisha Barnstable Brown opens her front door and lets over 1,000 people come through her house and into that backyard to enjoy themselves on Derby Eve. This year is a little different. Of course, we all know Trisha and Sib Barnstable as the Doublemint twins. Their family also includes brother Dale and sister Barbara. This year's different because the matriarch of the family, their mother, Wilma, or affectionately known by many who have bought tickets to the Barnstable Brown party, Willie, she's the one that would answer the phone and do so much of the work. She passed away this past October. I had a chance to stop by and talk to Barbara about her mom.
Absolutely. I mean, she was the go-getter. No detail would get past her. She sold tickets. She talked to vendors. She organized caterers. She stayed on the phone, and she would start the day after the party one year, and she would start for the next year. She was a retired school teacher, but this became her passion.
We'll be right back. Welcome back to a night at the Galas. The parties are underway. Some folks are going to get a little less sleep than others for tomorrow if they head out to Derby 149. It was a spectacular Oaks Day, wasn't it? We've got the full forecast for you coming up on Wave News at 11 o'clock. In the meantime, we're still checking in with all the party patrols. We've got Natalia Martinez out at the Barnstable Brown Party. Her and Gene West have been sort of rubbing shoulders with the big wigs out there.
Oh, actually, speaking of Gene West, look who I found. Our celebrity here. You've been doing this for so many years. How fun has it been?
It is fun every year because you never know what's going to happen. And then the real fun is actually inside because you really don't know what's going to happen in there. You go in there and that is the best concert that you could ever go to because there's so many genres of music.
I know, and then they get on stage together and you just never know. Well, I just did see Boys to Men head out, and that's kind of strange. Usually they stay really late.
Yeah, typically they will perform, and they said that they were going to, so maybe they just left to go, I don't know, change clothes.
To another party, maybe. And we could see there, Brett Bears from Fox is leaving as well. I saw Emmett Smith is already on his way to wherever he is staying. Well, maybe it's because they had such a good time at the Oaks today that they know tomorrow it's going to be a long day.
Yes, and they come here, and I don't know if you know, there's a huge buffet there. The menu is extensive. I mean, so you come, have a nice meal, and then the night is young. So who knows what goes on after?
It sounds like Gene is ready to go. You know, last year we saw a lot of country music celebrities. Jason Aldean was here, Morgan Wallen was here, Chris Price was here, and this year we really, I don't know where Jason is. I don't know, they might be watching. So Jason, if you are here, I know that they are coming for the Derby. I hope that you'll come say hi to us. Don't pull a Chris Pine, Jason.
Well, the other thing, too, is they will come late. They'll come later. So you'll see it's just 10:30. Again, the night is young. And so the concert really starts after we turn off our lights and leave. And that's when the fun really starts.
When Gene leaves. But you spoke earlier to Rachel Blatton, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's hear a little bit from that.
Have you been able to take a breath yet?
Not really. I was about to eat dinner and they told me, you got to get quickly to this party. It's the party to be at.
Yes, it is. Congratulations to this today. Beautiful. They're your fan.
Hi.
Oh, my goodness. Do you want to go over and say hi to them?
Sure.
Okay. Well, hold on. Wait. She's over saying hello to her fans. She sang the national anthem earlier today, and I mean, they love her. Come on back over here. All right. It's such a special thing on the Survivors Parade.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah.
It meant a lot to do that. It means so much that fight song still impacts people on that level to this day. Thank you.
Are you gonna?
I have a new song coming out next week.
Wow.
Please tell everybody.
Okay, you tell us.
First song in 3 years. I had 2 babies, 2 little girls, and I wrote a song for them. I have a whole album of material, but the first one coming out is on May 12th. It's called Girls.
That is awesome.
I'm excited.
I thank you so much. It's so sweet of you to go over and say hello to the fans.
We were just chit-chatting about Boys to Men and whether they performed. Well, Jeff, I don't know if you could show them. They're right there at the gates. They are probably waiting for their escort to come. But I did ask them just now if they performed, and he said yes. So
all right.
Yes, and I'm kind of sad that I missed it.
I know. Well, Rachel Blatton was so cute. When she came up, the fans just went wild. And God bless her. She had a long day today, and she's got new music, so it was good to see her here. So you know this party, the theme this year is celebrating, and it's in honor of Willie Barnstable. And Kevin just talked about her, and this is the first time that this party has happened when she has not been here, been a part of it, because she's kind of the glue that holds the whole thing together.
Well, earlier I was speaking with Chris Barnstable and his beautiful little daughter, but it was very hopeful to see that the tradition is going to carry on, because his daughter's name is Kathy, and she's probably about 7 years old, and so smart, so well-spoken, right? I mean, she was on it. We started asking her questions, and she was like, everybody's talking about Chris Pine.
Well, you know what's so funny is that I've known Christopher since he was that age, when he would stand at the gate and greet folks with his dad, Dr. David Brown. So it's so funny. It comes full circle, and there's generations to come. It's really special.
That's right, Kevin. You've seen this now for several years. It's got to be Dougie Fresh.
Oh, there we
just
go.
Got here. Maybe the party's going to start now. I think now's the time when Gene and I have to sign off.
It's a final
so the party
late
can
arrival.
start. Back to you.
Yeah, all right. We'll get back to you when we get Dougie Fresh on the red carpet. We'd like to hear from him, no doubt about it. We're watching you here. You know, most of the folks who signed up to be at the Barnstable Brown party have arrived. Dougie Fresh may be a late ad. Marissa Burke, she's sort of jamming it out, dancing it out over at Steve's Derby Eve Drag Circus. Marissa, let's go. Let's dance, baby. Come on.
Yeah. So we're on the dance floor right now. So, hey, let's dance, everybody! So you can see between each drag performer, they play music, and we start dancing. Oh, my dance partner right here, guys, the man of the hour.
Yeah, we got
There's so much action tonight, guys. Woo. How are you? All right, Kevin, you see we're having us a great time here. I'm going to toss it back to you. I heard that it's almost time for Macy Gray, and I cannot wait for that. So, Kevin.
Oh, my goodness. I'm so focused on what's happening behind you. And not really that guy. It's Laura Lee Brown, who has a snake wrapped around her neck. Of course, that is Steve Wilson's beautiful wife. Let's get back to the Barnstable Brown party. I said we would watch for Dougie Fresh and Natalia Martinez. Got him on the red carpet.
Well, that's right. You told me to grab Dougie Fresh. We wanted to hear from him. So let me just come around here, and you heard the crowd there go a little wild. And wow, look at that jacket. Dougie Fresh, we are live on air right now. So what brings you to the Kentucky Derby?
Well, I mean, if you're going to come to Kentucky, you got to come to the Derby. You know what I mean? So we was invited, and I heard this was like one of the top 10 best parties in the world. So I said, I got to see it for myself.
Is this your first Kentucky Derby or coming to Louisville?
No, I've been to maybe 2 or 3 before this, but I've always loved Kentucky. I mean, I perform here for many years. Obviously, it's the home of the greatest of all time, Muhammad Ali, and so many other people that have done great things here. They said the best bourbon and whiskey in the world. That's what I heard.
Oh, you know that.
That's what I heard.
Well, you know, instead of water running through the faucet to brush your teeth, it's bourbon.
That's what I heard. I didn't even want to cut on my faucet at the hotel because, you know, I said, I'm going to wait until I get over here.
Well, we hope you have a wonderful time tonight. Enjoy the party, and welcome to Kentucky.
Thank you for having me. Oh, of course.
You see, you just never know. It's still kind of early when for the party to really get going, Kevin. Although we've seen some people leave, the night is young.
Yeah, and so many of these celebrities, they make their rounds, so they'll hit more than one party. But I'll tell you, the Barnstable Brown party, the list that they sent out, most of the celebrities have arrived, and most of them will stick around for quite a bit longer, Natalia. All right, we'll check back with you in just a bit. I hear Miss America's in the house over at Paris Town. Let's go to Brian Schlonsky.
Yeah, Kevin, we got 15 of them from the organization here tonight, including Miss Kentucky. Look, I had a whole bunch of words planned to say, but I know nobody's going to listen to me. You just want to hear from everybody here. So I'm going to start with Miss Kentucky. We've got Hannah Edelin here. You organized this as a reunion because as Miss Kentucky, you got to bring everybody out to the Derby.
That's right. We got to show everybody that true Kentucky hospitality, and it wouldn't have been possible without many players this weekend. But I think we're having a pretty good time. Are y'all?
I'm going to set myself up for this one, but are you guys mad that I dragged you out of the Dustin Lynch concert to stand out here on the sidewalk?
Well, we won't hold it against you, but we do love Dustin Lynch.
As a hometown person, to bring people from across the country, a part of an important organization, here to Kentucky for the biggest event we have, what's that like for you?
Well, I'm a big believer in sharing the stage and giving everybody an opportunity to partake in some of the special festivities, especially that Kentucky has to offer. And if that means that more girls have the opportunity to shine, then I think it's all about sharing the stage and offering. She was Miss Congeniality in Miss America.
I'm getting that. Well, before I waste any more of y'all's time, thank you for being with us. I've got Miss Oklahoma here as well because you're a journalist as well. You know some of my friends in Oklahoma where I used to live. What do you think of Kentucky so far?
I think it is a beautiful place with amazing people. Oklahoma is known for our people, so to come to Kentucky and see people that are just as wonderful is very special.
Can't wait to text my friends who work with you and tell them you said hi.
Absolutely.
All right, guys, back to you, Kevin. I don't know how you're going to top this.
Yeah, probably not. I can see how this went down. All the pretty ladies in there. Schlonsky walks in, probably pops one of those denim buttons open and says, "Hey, ladies, come with me outside so I can talk to you." Yeah, they're like, "All right." Yeah, Dustin who? All right. Hey, I appreciate that, Brian. So much going on tonight. We're going to take a quick break, but when we come back, we're going to hit them all again. The parties, they go on a lot longer than 11 o'clock, but that's when we'll have Wave News at 11. We'll preview the day ahead for tomorrow for Derby 149. We've got a lot more to go in the next 15 minutes. Stay with us. You're watching Night at the Galas on Wave. And welcome back. While the parties may go on well into the night, our coverage is going to wind down over the next 10 minutes here. Let's go back out to Gene West and Natalia Martinez, old pros at the Barnstable Brown Derby Eve Gala. Guys, what a night it's been. So many of the guest list members made their way through, and you know, those will be a lot of the celebrities that you see tomorrow. I think competing for some, you mentioned Jason Aldean. I can't speak personally to this, but I know there's a big Formula One race down in Miami tomorrow, and that may keep a lot of the celebrities down south.
Well, I did hear, though, that Jason Aldean is coming. If he's not here already, he may be watching this show right now thinking, I should have come and to Barnstable Brown and had a chit chat with Gene West and Natalia Martinez.
Kevin, you mentioned the Formula One racer. I think a couple of racers just arrived and will be coming through the coming through the gate now. So you know what? What's interesting is this party has evolved over the years, Kevin. If you remember, before going up the driveway, there would be stages of children performing in different areas, but now it's very modern, very cool, and very adult. So it's evolved over the years, like I guess we all have, but it is still a party with a purpose, raising $17 million for diabetes research. And as you heard Trish, her husband died from diabetes, which has inspired her to raise these funds to try to find a cure.
Yeah, and it's awesome to see that their mission has now, you know, transpired into this party, but also the celebrities are carrying on their message and the cause. And, you know, I spoke to Smokey Robinson earlier today. You did as well. He spoke of how important the cause was, and it's part of the reason why they come. You spoke to him earlier today, so let's listen to a little bit of that.
Smokey Robinson with a voice like silk. It's always good to see you and hear you when you come to the party. What is it about this party that draws you year after year?
It's just the fact that, you know, Trisha Barnstable sings for us every year, and that's the least I can do is sing a couple songs, you know, and plus I enjoy it. We have a good time.
All right.
Yeah.
Robinson and Gene, Natalia, you know, one thing that I've noticed in talking with the family is that we've gone from about 100 people at that first party that Dr. Brown decided to have with Trisha, and now it's grown to over 1,000 people that they welcome through the front door of their home, and how proud I would assume he would be of his, you know, wife or Trisha for continuing that tradition in the name of what took his life, diabetes.
You know, it's funny. I was just talking to Trish about that. The very first party was on Friday, on Oaks Night, and it was to thank the volunteers for the Diabetes Association, and there was one celebrity there, Buck Henry. And it was interesting. He drew such a crowd. The thought came, well, you know, we should invite more celebrities and have it on Derby night and raise money.
And now fast forward to what this has become, and then others catching on, because there were several other galas tonight as well, Kevin. We know that Brian Schlonsky was out with some country music stars earlier today, too.
All right, Natalia, thank you. In fact, Brian's over with Dustin Lynch at Paristown. Let's have a check from him before we have to say goodbye.
Yeah, hey, Kevin, you guys were talking about celebrities. We ran into Buffalo Bills quarterback Josh Allen. He's out here enjoying the show. I think he heard we had the beauty queen, so he made sure to find us. Hey, it's really been a pleasure to be out here showing you the parties tonight. I want to let you experience some of Dustin Lynch as Paristown Rockin' Eve is living up to its name, Rockin' Tonight. I'll let Dustin play this thing out for you, Kevin.
And there you see it, Dustin Lynch performing out at the Old Foresters Paristown Hall for the Rockin' Derby Eve. We hope you've enjoyed the evening. We've been taking you around town. Barnstable Brown and the Derby Eve Gala, star-studded with so many folks we had a chance to dip in and talk with. Thanks to Natalia and Gene for being out there, bringing the action home to you. The Rockin' Derby Eve, where you C, Dustin Lynch, and Low Cash earlier tonight. Brian Schlonsky has been there throughout the evening and has brought us the sights and sounds. We appreciate him reporting. And Steve's Derby Eve Drag Circus, we had Marissa Burke, and she has been bringing us the sights and sounds from 21C with Steve and Laura Lee Brown and Steve Wilson. And what a great night it has been, raising a lot of money for a lot of different organizations. Wave News at 11 o'clock is coming up next. If you're interested in all things Derby, you don't want to go anywhere. We are the official Derby station, and we look forward tomorrow to bringing you everything that lies beneath the Twin Spires. We will have you covered on Derby 149. John Bowl is standing by with Ryan Hoke. It's Wave News at 11 o'clock when we come back after this quick break. Thank you for watching tonight, everybody. We'll see you next time on another very special Night at the Galas. Have a good night.
Do-si-do, do the rodeo. Shake your tail feathers, drop it down low. Grab your partner, swing them round. Now swing them right back for another round. Everybody just stomp your feet. Clap your hands like 1, 2, 3. I said clap your hands like 1, 2, 3.